organizations, foundations, nonprofits, got it. Corporations or social organizations, and institutional, that means money from the school. So schools have money to fund students, and honestly, that's where a majority of the funds do come from. So you have you get money from the federal government, from the state, and from the school, and we'll kind of dive into that here in a bit. All right. So here's the things to consider when you are searching for scholarships. First of all, there should be no cost. If you're applying for a scholarship, that means you need the money, so no one should be charging you for a scholarship or to apply. One time versus renewable, that simply means if you apply for a scholarship, you receive it. Say you get a $8,000 scholarship. If you get it for one time, that means you have to reapply for the same scholarship every year, opposed to renewable. That means as long as you maintain the criteria to that you apply to get this scholarship, you will continue to get that scholarship year after year. Portable simply means that if you were to transfer, that the scholarship would follow you and come with you. Click to apply versus full application process simply means some scholarships is just click to apply, and some are more robust in terms of having essays and recommendations and things of that nature, and that it doesn't impact your institutional aid. Okay, so honestly, that's something that I learned when I got to the foundation. And I won't get too deep into the weeds, but what that simply means is, so for example, if you are awarded from us, we write the check directly to the student. And that is because some schools do practice, some schools do practice award displacement, which means, so for example, say if, let's say, University of Iowa, if University of Iowa is giving you $20,000, and then they find out that we're giving you 10,000, what they could do is say, oh, well, you don't need our 20, we'll give you 10 and take the foundation's 10, and now you got 20, because they want to spread that money out to other students. So to not allow that to happen to you, we write the check directly to the student, which allows you to deposit into your account and then pay the school. So essentially, the school does not need to know where you get the money from. All right. It doesn't matter if you're selling lemonade for 18 years. All right. So that's why we write the check to the student, so you can pay the school. But some organizations send the checks directly to the school. So in that instance, you wouldn't be able to do that. But something to keep in mind is to ask a school, what is the impact of my aid on my scholarship at that school? Because other outside scholarships could affect what you're getting from the school. I hope that makes sense. It is a newer thing for me too, but something to keep in mind. First, simply because if you're researching local, the chances of you receiving the scholarship are much greater than applying for a national scholarship, because it's a numbers thing. If you're in Missouri, there's far less students in the country. So apply for local opportunities first, search nationally last. We're not saying don't apply for national scholarships, but the chance of you receiving that is less than a local scholarship. Research institutional opportunities. So like at your school, if you're in business or nursing, your schools will have business or a nursing specific scholarship. Read the eligibility criteria carefully. So for example, we have a nursing scholarship. If you're not majoring in nursing, you don't want to waste your time applying for a nursing scholarship. So be sure to read the criteria carefully, make sure that you're able to upload all the documents that the application or the opportunity is asking for, and keep track of deadlines, because they are important. If you miss that deadline, a lot of times it's not, hey, I'm sorry, I missed the deadline. It's too late. All right. So be organized and be proactive to make sure you keep track of those deadlines. All right. And these are just some helpful hints. Apply early. I'll give you an example why you should apply early. So we're about to get into our opportunities in a bit. So our application cycle is January 1st to April the 15th. All right. If you apply in January, February, and March, we're reviewing those applications. So if you're missing a transcript or missing a documentation or missing a recommendation, we can reach out to you and say, hey, Monica, hey, Xavier, hey, Janice, you're missing this application. You're missing this transcript. But if you apply on April the 12th, we're not going to have the opportunity to reach out to you to tell you that you are missing a document. So applying early is very important because it could allow yourself to get an opportunity to troubleshoot. All right. Apply to more than one school. Just simply, you never know what a school is going to offer you, and you want to have options. All right. Cost versus affordability. How much school costs and how much can you afford? All right. If needed, appeal early and know your personal debt limit. We here at the foundation, we promote free money, scholarships and grants. A loan is the last case resort because we want you to go to school with as least debt as possible. That is my goal for you. So you don't want to take out a ton of federal loans. There are circumstances where you have to, and we understand that, but just know that those loans will cause you to be in debt. Okay. All right. So determine your financial need. I'm gonna kind of go through this really quick to kind of give you an overall picture of how we come in and how other organizations can step in to help you fill your unmet need. Okay. So there's the cost of attendance of a school. So say the University of Iowa is $20,000. There's a student aid index. That is what, when you do your FAFSA, the government determines how much you can afford for school. And then there's other assistance and then other aid. So if your cost of attendance is $20,000 and you get $10,000 from other financial assistance, then you're left with $10,000. All right. So that's where we come in and help you fill that unmet need. So we fulfill last dollar. Means we take into account what the school costs, and then we subtract what you're getting from outside money and the school and the government, and then we try to fill your unmet need. Okay. If you have any questions about that, I'll be free to answer that for you as well. All right. So if anything you get from this conversation is to my name, because relationships are worth more than gold. And this is more about me communicating and creating a relationship between you and the foundation so we can help you navigate to and through college. That's one, our relationship. And two, My Scholarship Central. All right. The largest application portal in the state, and all the scholarships are local. So that means you're only competing against students in the area and not nationally. So the chances of you receiving the scholarships are much greater on My Scholarship Central. So they house all of our scholarships and our interest-free loan, but there are also hundreds of other opportunities that are available on My Scholarship Central. So the homework you have, start My Scholarship, start your application on the site, create a portal on the site. Okay. All right. So Scholarship Foundation Awards. These are getting to our specific scholarships. All right. We offer several need-based scholarships and an interest-free loan. All of our scholarships are renewable and last dollar funding. Renewable means as long as you maintain the GPA and you continue to be a full-time student, you will continue to get that money for up to 5 years. Applicants are selected on the basis of academic potential. That's a 2.0 GPA, personal character, which is determined by a recommendation letter, and financial need, which is based on your FAFSA. Okay, so when you do your FAFSA, when you complete your FAFSA, your FAFSA, it calculates your student aid index. So, for example, our threshold is 17,500 SAI. And it'll make more sense to you once you kind of get into the FAFSA, but as long as you're under the 17.5 threshold, you will be eligible for our scholarships. And there is no general age limit, but keep in mind that a majority of our scholarships are for rising seniors, and typically a majority of the scholarship opportunities are for seniors. So I know some students want to take a gap year, but just know that your scholarship opportunities become less because after you graduate, some scholarships you are no longer eligible for. But we do have some that it doesn't matter your age, you can still apply. Okay, I'm gonna slow down real quick before I get into our actual scholarships to see if anyone has any questions real quick. Right? Continue. All right, so now we're going to get into our specific scholarships, and here's our foundation eligibility criteria. So demonstrate financial need. That again is based on your FAFSA, with the threshold SAI being under 17,500, a minimum 2.0 GPA, attend accredited nonprofit school, and be seeking your first associate or certificate or bachelor's degree. Okay. All right. So now here are our specific scholarships. First, we have the Ava's Grace Scholarship. This is for students who have had a parent that's been incarcerated. And this is up to $5,000 a year, renewable up to 10 semesters. So 10 semesters is 5 years because we want to give students enough time to not rush and make sure they are awarded and have the financial assistance if they choose to go to school for up to 5 years. All right. Next, we have the Deaconess Foundation Nursing Scholarship. This is for nursing majors, and it's $15,000 a year, and it's renewable up to 10 semesters. Okay. Next, we have the BJC Scholarship. This is for students who are enrolled in state public, and this is up to $12,000 a year. So any school in the state that is public, or if your school allows in-state tuition, you could also be eligible for this scholarship as well. All right, and next we have the New Era Scholarship. This is also $12,000 a year, up to 5 years. But this particular opportunity, you will need to be a participant in one of the following programs: Big Brothers Big Sisters, College Bound, KIPP, SLIP, or Wyman. Okay, so also, if you're not a senior or a junior or a sophomore, it's an opportunity for you to connect with these or organization that could potentially allow you to be eligible for this New Era Scholarship. All right. Next, we have the Era Jones Scholarship. This is also $12,000 a year, up to 5 years. And this also is connected with partner programs as well. Big Brothers Big Sisters of Greater St. Louis, Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis, I'm sorry, Boys Hope, Girls Hope, Cardinal Ritter, College Bound, and St. Louis Internship Program, and LifeWise. But this scholarship is eligible for any school in the country, not just in-state schools. Okay. And this Amarin All-In Scholarship is one of our newest scholarships. It's for students pursuing STEM majors, and it is up to $10,000 a year, renewable up to 10 semesters as well. Okay. All right. So we talked about the free money first, because we want you to get scholarships and grants. But in the term, you do need a loan. We would recommend our interest-free loan. I am biased, but it is one of the best loans you can probably get in the country, mainly because you don't accrue interest. So if you borrow $9,000, $2,000, you only pay what you borrow back, and you get a 1-year grace period after you graduate to pay the loan back. Just to give you some insight, when I graduated, I think I had like $16,000 in loans. After interest, it was like $27,000. So I carried $11,000 in interest. So that is my point, where an interest-free loan, if you need a loan, this is one of the best loans that you can get. Okay. And we have a repayment manager who helps you determine what you can afford as well after that 1-year grace period is up. Okay. Again, all these scholarships are on My Scholarship Central. And boom, our application cycle starts on January the 1st and ends on April the 15th. The required documents are your high school transcript, your submission summary from your FAFSA, a financial aid award letter, which is when you apply for a school, they'll send you an award letter which determines how much the school costs and how much the school is going to give you, and a recommendation. I would advise to get the recommendations earlier in the year, because if you wait to the last minute, teachers get swamped and professors get swamped and mentors get swamped, and you want to kind of get your recommendation before everyone else does. Okay. All right. So what is the FAFSA? All right. The FAFSA is a free application for federal student aid. It is how the federal government determines how much you can afford for college, and in turn, they figure out how much they can offer you to provide you for funds for college. So what happened, the FAFSA is extremely important if you want to go to college. It's extremely important because not only does the federal government determine how much they give you, but then they send it to your school of choice, and then your school looks at your FAFSA and determines how much they will offer you. And then other organizations, in turn, including ours, we get the FAFSA. We determine how much we can award you as well. So the FAFSA is an integral part, an integral piece of the scholarship search, and in terms of getting financial aid. So that opens up. It's slated to open up on October the 1st. It opened up January 1st this year, but it should open up on January the 1st, and you can only do it your senior year. So any seniors, you will be looking to do your FAFSA on October 1st, which is my birthday. So if you want to remember, FAFSA opens up on Mr. Ricky's birthday. Okay. When do you file the FAFSA? October 1st. All right. Ricky's birthday. All right. Any questions or thoughts? Any questions? Anyone have any schools they're looking at? Any questions about scholarships, how to apply, when to apply, or any questions in general? The floor is yours. This is our student advising team. Guess which one is me? So DJ, Grace, Lily, Dominisha, Teresa, and I am Ricky Hughes. We are all student advisors with the Scholarship Foundation of St. Louis, here to help support and assist you to and through college. So you can take a screenshot of this. You can add in my email. You can save it to your phone, my phone number. If you don't have any questions now, or you, your parent, your guardian, your grandmother, anybody have any questions, definitely feel free to give us a call or email whenever you need.
We do have a couple questions in the chat. Xavier asked, can you explain the grace period more in depth?
Yes, for the interest-free loan. So when you graduate, say you took out $8,000 over your the course of your college career, $8,000, you get a year after you graduate to then you have a conversation with a repayment manager, and then they determine how much you can afford per month to pay off the $8,000. So you don't have to start paying until a year after you graduate. In comparison to a federal loan, some you start paying right away, and some you start paying as soon as you graduate. So it gives you a year to find a job and kind of get your financial structure a little better. And then that's when we have the conversation about what you can afford, and they work with you through the whole process to help you pay off your loan. The name of the interest-free loan, that's exactly what it is. It's called the interest-free loan. And there aren't many. So if you Google interest-free loan, we're actually probably going to pop up, because there are not many interest-free loans. Can you explain the HBCU scholarships and how they work, please? Great question. So all of our schools are either it has to be either in-state or out-of-state or a nonprofit. So we don't have any specific HBCU scholarships, but an HBCU scholarship, because they do have them, would be a scholarship that you could only use at a HBCU, I assume. But we don't have any specific scholarships for HBCU students or schools, but for example, all right, entry fee loan, the Deaconess, Edward Jones, Avis Grace could all be used at an HBCU, as long as it's not as for an in-state school, unless it's Harris Stowe, which is an in-state HBCU, that would be eligible because it's an in-state Missouri school. But outside Missouri, it depends on the criteria of our opportunities if you could use them or not. Is it for undergrad or grad school? Great question. So all of our scholarships are for undergrad, but if you are funded as an undergrad, then you can use the interest-free loan for grad school. So that's a great question, Byron. So again, all of our scholarships are for undergrad, but if you get the opportunity from us for undergrad, then you can be awarded an interest-free loan to help with your grad school, but you can't use any of our scholarships for grad school. Yeah. Is it usually 6 months after you graduate for federal loans? It depends. Some start accruing. So some give you a 6-month grace period, but they start accruing interest immediately. So that's the major difference between our loan is no interest whatever you borrow, but each loan has a different term. Some might start immediately, some might start 6 years. I mean, it's not 6 years, 6 months. So yes, that can be true of some loans, but the interest usually starts immediately. So yeah. Great questions. That's some great questions. You're welcome, Janice. Any more questions? Anyone have a school that they like, I know they want to go to and are excited about by chance? Lindsay, are these mostly juniors or seniors?
It's a mixed group. I think they're generally they're high school students or early college students.
Okay, got you. Okay, that's what we have.
Folks, but yeah, generally high school students and then freshmen and sophomores in college, I would say, possibly.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay.
Byron said that he's thinking about WashU or SLU.
Okay. Great choices, Byron. Like I said, I'm not with any school. I'm not promoting a school, but I did go to SLU. So I enjoy my time at SLU and Harris Stowe. Great in-state HBCU choice, and it's affordable as well. I do like Harris Stowe. Yeah. Great to hear. So any more questions? If not, if you have questions now, in an hour, in a week, in a day, be sure to write down my email and my phone number, and just please feel free to call me, email me, text me, ask any questions that you want. Actually, that is my office. I'm gonna give you all my personal work cell. Boom, now it's official. So if you have any questions, you can shoot me a text, give me a call. That's my personal work phone. So between 9 and 4:30, anytime in between there, please feel free to reach out to me. But the main thing is there are opportunities out here. There is money, and we are here to help you navigate whether you get our scholarships or not. I'm here to help you navigate the whole process. Our whole advising team, in fact, is here to help you navigate the whole process. So you're not alone. You have any questions, any support, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you, Lindsay, for inviting me to chat. And however I can continue to help you and assist you, I'm here for that as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Ricky, for your time today and for all the wonderful information that you've shared. If the participants do have questions or if they would like a copy of the presentation, they could just email you directly to ask for that.
Yep, or I can email to you. How about that?
Okay, sure, perfect.
And you can have it and you can blast it out too if you need to.
Great.
So yeah, I'll send one with the requirements, and then one that has like all the opportunities in like a PDF form for you.
Okay, that sounds great. Byron, you have a question. I think this question is from me. are you sending gift cards to our emails this evening? I do not know how that process works, Byron, but can you put your email address, could you send your email address to me and I can find out the answer to that question and email you once I have an answer? Anybody else have any questions before we let Ricky go? And Byron, don't forget to give me your email address, please. Or I can pull it from your application if it's, okay, hold on 1 second. Alrighty, thank you. I will find out and I will let you know. Jaden said that his gift card was through email, so I think that is how we're doing it, but I'm not positive, so I will find out and let you know. All right, thank you all so much. Thank you again, Ricky. Really
My
appreciate it.
pleasure.
And I hope you all have
Good
a
luck with
wonderful.
everything. Well, all right. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.